Spaceman. I've landed in your area tonight for a vinyl unboxing and review of the album Metallica Ride the Lightning. Now, before I get into this unboxing and review of this album, I would like to give you a brief history on my personal introduction to Metallica. I first remember hearing about Metallica on the radio. It was a concert announcement. It was January 1985. They were making this announcement of 3 bands playing the Tower Theater in Upper Darby. Those 3 bands were Metallica, with special guests Wasp and Armored Saint. And I'm like, Metallica? What the hell? You know, this is when heavy metal had made this huge resurgence, and there was this whole new era of heavy metal, the second wave of the 80s, whatever. And I'm hearing this name Metallica, and I'm thinking, oh my, how pretentious does that sound? Metallica, you know, heavy metal bands, Metallica. So I just kind of laughed about it and kind of just, I never bothered going. I didn't know who they were, and I wasn't into Wasp, and I had seen Armored Saint open for Quiet Riot the previous December at the same place, Tower Theater. I wasn't really interested in Armored Saint, and so I never bothered checking into it. So it was sometime later on that month, or maybe February, I want to say, of 85. In the middle of the night, I get this phone call from my friend, Frank. And he was very like, I was 21 at the time. I didn't mention my age, by the way. And this guy was a few years younger than me. I think he was like 18, maybe 19, I don't remember. But he calls me in the middle of the night. He goes, dude, he goes, you gotta hear this band. You know, he drops the F-bomb there a little bit. He goes, you ain't gonna believe this. You gotta hear this band, man. This band is wild. They're like, I forget what word he used back then. It was 1985, you know. Well, he's like, listen to this, right? So he's got the vinyl record on the turntable, and he starts, you know, putting the tone arm down on different songs and playing parts of different songs. And he plays, you know, this first song comes on, Fight Fire with Fire. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what is this? I've never heard anything like this before. You know, I had heard Motorhead, and I was into Motorhead, and this was something like kind of different. And then I think he, you know, was Ride the Lightning, and then he puts on For Whom the Bell Tolls, and it's got this bell, and he's like, listen to this, man, For Whom the Bell Tolls, and he starts playing that song. But mind you, I had heard a lot of heavy metal bands from the 80s that were kind of pretentious and cheap, but this band was like loud, and they were fast, but they were doing something else that was kind of technically proficient within the realms of their playing, of just their rhythm playing. And I was like, this is kind of very interesting, you know. And then he puts a song on, Fade to Black, and I'm like, yeah, this is like, I've never heard anything like this before. It was like, this is like totally different, you know. And I think he flipped it over to the side too, and it was Trapped Under Ice, and Escape, and Creeping Death, and the Call of, what was that song? The Call of Cthulhu or something. And so it's like, I gotta see this band live, man. I can't believe it. I believe they had already played the Tower Theater, and that was that point I realized I could have seen this band practically there was their second tour. If they had actually toured that much for the first album, Master of Puppets, I'm not sure. But anyway, this is the record that they put out, and that year, and it was, I believe, it was released. 84 it was released. I think it was in July or something, maybe June, July. I'm not even really sure, but the actual album came out in 84. I believe the summer prior to this. And of course, James Hetfield on lead vocals and rhythm guitar, Kirk Hammett on lead guitar, Cliff Burton on bass, and Lars Ulrich on drums. And their pictures are, by the way, are on the back here of the album. And it was released on Megaforce Records, which at the time was an indie record label, an independent record label. And they really weren't that, popular at all, really big. They started to develop this kind of cult following, I'd like to say. At the time, I was going up to New York City a lot for record shows, and, well, not a lot, but a few times during that year, 84 and 85. And at that time, I found out later, at that time, these guys were actually sleeping in these gutted out buildings. They were homeless, and I believe it was in 84. I don't know about 85. But then when they came out with this album, I guess they kind of started to make it. And but once again, they were headlining the Tower Theater, which I believe holds about 1,700 people. So I don't know if the show sold out or not. But like I said, the original was on Megaforce Records. Here it is on Blackened Recordings, manufactured by Blackened Recordings. That's it. And it's at Walmart. And this is the limited edition exclusive electric blue vinyl. Electric blue. Cool, huh? Electric blue vinyl. That's pretty neat. So this was $22.97, and we're gonna go ahead and open this up and check it out. So I guess they recorded this album originally in was it Denmark? I think it was Denmark. They recorded the album, and like I said, it was totally different. And if it hadn't been for my friend Frank, I would have probably never found this band when I did. I actually saw Metallica in '98. This was after Cliff Burton's death, of course. I believe it was '86 he died. And I saw them, or maybe it was later on. No, it was '86, I'm pretty sure. And I saw them in '98 when they had Jason Newsted on bass. So everybody else, minus Cliff Burton, and they had Jason Newsted on bass. So let's rip the cellophane off. And it was a great show, by the way. Absolutely great. They had the album out. Reload, which they played the song Fuel and on. I was kind of ticked about that because I really liked, don't mind me, I'm always sniffing vinyl when I open it, right? They played that song Fuel, which I really couldn't wait to see them do it, and I had to hit the bathroom pretty bad, and I couldn't stay there. And while I was in the bathroom, don't you know they did that song? What was I pissed? Oh well. I saw the rest of the show, and it was great. I mean, they did Enter Sandman, King Nothing. It was just an awesome show. It was at the Tweeter Center, or the E Center, whatever it was at the time, in Camden on the waterfront. Great show. I think it was Metallica, Jerry Cantrell from Alice in Chains, and Days of the New. Don't you love the smell of new vinyl? Vinyl period smells good, especially new vinyl. So here, look, we're gonna pull this out now, and you see it has a insert with it. Cool, isn't it? It's got a picture of the band on it, and that is more than likely from, oh, I don't know, maybe 84, 85. It's probably from 84. Yes, recorded and mixed at Sweet Silence Studios, Copenhagen, Denmark, during spring 1984. 84 remains the year that I saw the most concerts in. I don't remember exactly how many shows I saw, but probably pretty close to 30 shows that year, maybe 30, almost 35 shows I saw. So anyway, it's, nice picture of the band, and on the back it has a lyric sheet, kind of cool, isn't it? I love these new vinyl releases, and it's got the nice little wax-lined sleeve or rice paper, whatever that is. And you open this up. Yes, it's cool, man. Look at that. Look, electric blue vinyl. Cool, right? Electric blue vinyl. Yeah, that's pretty wild. This is like actually selling on eBay for a really, in some places, $40, a high price. And I think that's the cheapest I've seen it for, 35 maybe, 40. It says on the run out groove, it says made on the Metallica press. Wow. And it has a blackened -004R-B, the serial numbers. So there it is, man. Super cool, isn't it? I love that blue, that electric blue. That electric blue is looking really nice, man. That's some fancy stuff, man. Some super cool stuff there. Colored vinyl. I never thought I'd ever have this album. I had the original vinyl record. I should have never parted with. Originally, I sold my vinyl collection in '88. And I realized, yeah, that was kind of a mistake. But I started collecting CDs, and I never turned back. And then I started collecting vinyl again in 2000. I think it was 3 or 4. I think it was 2004. But I have a limited number of them because I really can't fit a lot of vinyl. Takes up more space than the CDs. Don't you love the smell of the inside of a new album cover? And look, it comes with a card. It's a download card. The electric chair on it with the lightning bolts. I don't know what digital copy that is. I don't know if it's actually of the vinyl or if it's a FLAC file, an MP3 file, but if it's a FLAC file, I'm unable to play that on my iPhone, so I probably won't even bother because I don't really bother downloading anything when it comes to that but MP3s because I like to fit. I have a huge music collection and I like to fit as much as possible in my iPhone. And I got close to 3,000 CDs, probably 2,700, something like that, maybe 800, 2,800. So I want to be able to fit that plus whatever else future CD purchases I make. So I stick with MP3s. I think they sound good enough for me. Yeah, I know FLAC probably sounds a lot better. I can understand that, but MP3s are good enough. So I'm going to put this in a nice protective poly sleeve. I've actually bought these new poly sleeves, vinyl style, There's 50 in here. They were $12.99. Protective outer record sleeves. Okay, I just kind of sliced it right across the front here, the top front. Let's, got to smell the sleeves too, right? The poly plastic sleeves. Well, yeah, they're nice. They're not bad. They aren't the perfectly clear ones, but that's fine. They're pretty much pretty transparent, so they're not bad. They're 3 mil. And I like them. I actually like the way they feel, the look and feel to them. So, you know, I took off the exclusive Walmart blue vinyl sticker, and I'm going to put it on front of this. Let's see where I should put it. Up here. Yeah, I'll put it right up here. So there it is. And I'm going to put this on the turntable, folks, and play it a little bit. So, yeah, if you like Metallica, don't know if you like Metallica, but if you do, you do yourself a lot of good to pick this one up. It's an awesome buy, an awesome piece, if you can find it at Walmart, or if you have to pay a little bit extra on eBay or the secondary market. If you don't like Metallica, I suggest you starting out with this album, because this is to me, one of their best. Okay? So, my personal favorite Metallica albums, this, Load and Reload. Well, I'm not really like a huge fan of Metallica. I do like Enter Sandman. They did do that song on that. I seen them in '98. I'm not a huge Metallica fan, but they are one of my bands. They are a band that's on my list, and I do listen to them from time to time. And they do what they do, and they do it really well. So anyway, I'm gonna fly out of here, and I'll check you out in the next video, whether it be a vinyl opening, a tobacco review, a cigar review, a train video, or a cat video, whatever it is. I'll catch you around the next corner in the next video. Take it easy.